Well, I fucked that one up. This is going to be really weird, but bear with me for a second. Right, marked out, ready to cut, I suppose. I am shitting this, even though I know exactly what to do. Oh, lads, it's a cold one. We have a couple of jobs to do today, and the first one is to get the van weighed. Now, I have a few bits to throw away to a landfill or a recycling centre, and they weigh your van when you go in, and they weigh your van when you go out. So I'm hoping that I'm killing two birds with one stone here. Like, the van is completely empty. All I have is the rubbish that I need to get rid of. I don't even know if this is gonna work. I just know that they weigh your van when you enter, and they weigh your van again when you leave, and you just pay the weight. I think it's really important to get your van weighed at the start of your build. I don't see many people talk about it often, especially in Ireland. On a normal driving license, you can drive vans up to 3.5 tons. So when you get your van weighed, you'll know how much you have to work with. If your van weighs over that, number one, you're not covered with insurance, and number two, you need a different type of license. I'm not sure if many people know that, but I definitely didn't know that, and like, the insurance part of it is the most important thing, because after you finished your build, you can have the most incredible construction of a camper van, but if it weighs more than 3.5 tons and your insurance only covers you up to 3.5 tons, then you're screwed, you know? So best play it safe, and I'm hoping that they'll tell me what the van weighs after I get rid of everything. Alright, okay. Bad news, lads. Well, it is possible, but I just don't have enough rubbish to get the van weighed, so I kind of have to pay for that now. So just got rid of all the rubbish, time to get the van weighed. But lads, if you're doing the same thing as me, getting your van weighed and getting rid of rubbish at the same time, make sure that you have enough rubbish that your van needs to be weighed. You go on this one because the weigh bridge is here. Happy days. We have the weight of the van in here, so this is going to be interesting. Before I even look at it, I have to take a few things into consideration. Number one, I had a half a tank of petrol or diesel, and number two, our new floors in, which is the MDF boards, hasn't been stuck down or anything yet. So with the new floor and myself and also half a tank of diesel, I'm going to factor in maybe 100 kg of weight onto the van. But now, so the weight, geez, we have a lot to work with, lads. So the weight of the van is 2.3 tons, and then take away the 100 kilos because of the floor, half a tank of diesel, and myself. It's about 2.2 tons. So we have 1.2 tons to work with, which is loads. That is absolutely great to know. Like, I don't see anybody covering this in any van conversions in Ireland anyway. I just hate for anything to happen and we're overweight and we're not covered by insurance. Like, that would be an absolute nightmare. So knowing that at the start is peace of mind, and now we can work away. I've made a little to-do list. I'll be adding to this as the video goes on. This is just all I can think of right now. We've weighed the van. Our stuff hasn't arrived yet. The fleece installation and the sound deadening and the extra bits of insulation that I've ordered for the roof. I picked up this P-profile rubber seal from Lidl, and you literally just peel it in half. I'm going to apply that to the sliding door, and hopefully that seals it properly, because it has been a lot better, to be fair, but there's still a tiny bit of a leak there, and to be honest, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and if I can completely fix it, that's what I'm going to do. I need to measure what wood I need to buy, or what lengths of wood I need to buy, because what I want to do is make a little frame that goes along here that I can stick the bed beams to. Small double is 120 by 190, and normal double is 135 by 190. Right, lads, I've made two measurements. So from this green tape to this green tape, that's a small double, and then to this one is a standard double. Small double is going to sit right in front of the wheel arch, which is what I wanted, because otherwise then you're eating up into this space. It's hard to know which wood to use, lads. This one is a 2x4. I think That's what I'll use for the frame of the bed. One of these is €14 or 5 for 60. Is that not expensive? Maybe I'll buy one of these. Lads, wood here is so expensive. I need to find a new place. So the wood that I got is, I got just one scrap piece of wood just that has a straight edge that I can use as a guide, and I got some 2x4s. These are about 2.5 meters or 2.4 meters, and then I got some just normal battens that I might start framing the inside of the van. But lads, I have an issue. This is why they say measure twice, cut once. But luckily I haven't cut anything yet. The issue is I want the mattress to sit flush here, right? And I've measured out kind of the biggest window that we could have. It's going to be a lot smaller than that, but just to see. But I want the mattress to be kind of flush with here, because I'll be kind of insetting into the walls here. So we're going to have all of this space and cut out. So then the mattress will be sitting on top of this. But if I sit the mattress on top of this, it means that the beams need to be up high, like up to here. So if my mattress is going to be sitting on top of this thing, and I put this frame here, then I would need it to sit something like that. So I don't know whether to screw it directly on this metal frame already. I don't know whether to just set it in there and then just use these holes that it comes with. Let me get the beams. Right, so these are what we'll be using. So these are IKEA beams. This is the Scorva bracket. If you've ever watched van conversions or know anybody that's converted a van, they would have probably mentioned this. So this is like the easiest way to get a bed in your camper van, because these just extend out. But you need to get these brackets. Now everybody says that you can just contact customer support and say, I have, you know, Scorva mid-beam brackets, could I get spare parts of this, and they'll send it out to you. I tried doing that. I tried 3 times, so waited about an hour and a half the first 2 times, and I was like, I'm waiting way too fucking long for this, so I just left. And the 3rd time, again, I waited about an hour and a half to 2 hours for somebody to connect me. And then I got in contact with somebody and they said, what do you need? And I said, I need the brackets for the Scorva mid-beam brackets. And they asked for a proof of purchase, and I sent it on to them, and I bought 3 of these beams. And usually for the IKEA beds, there's only 1 beam in a bed. So they got instantly suspicious. I think they know what the crack is, to be honest. They got instantly suspicious, and they said, what bed do you have? Do you have more than one of those beds in the property? From your proof of purchase, you've bought 3 mid beams, and only 1 beam comes with a bed. They were asking for all this proof, and I was just like, it's not worth the hassle. So I bought these on Amazon. These beams just sit in the brackets just like that, and I hold it into place. It might look like I know exactly what I'm doing here, lads, but I spent way too long at this, and I couldn't decide which way to mount the brackets so that the beam set a certain way and would work with the layout that we're going for. So I decided to abandon the job before I started drilling holes into the van and drilling that frame in. But the next morning, we are picking up 2 very big, very important deliveries. This is the first delivery. It's the next day, and I just picked up the second delivery. So let me show you. There's so much here. The second delivery is 5 sheets of ply. I got 2 different thicknesses, and there's 2 sheets of 9mm and 3 sheets of 18mm. And the 18mm sheets are going to replace the MDF floor. I've completely decided that I'm not going to use it. I had doubts about it. I'm not going to scrap it. I'm going to reuse it for like furniture, presses, cabinets, things like that. So it's still going to be used. I just don't want to use it as the foundation for the floor. And what I'm absolutely loving about the series is I'm only like maybe a week or 2 weeks ahead of what you see. So whenever I look back on the comment section and videos and stuff, you're able to suggest and comment and give me tips for certain things. So the reason why I went with 18mm ply is because some of you suggested that ply anyway is going to be better at fixing things to. If you put screws into MDF, it's just going to break it up and chew it up if you're screwing in a lot. So yeah, that's why I went with that, just to have a thicker base to fix things into. But I think one of the most exciting parts is the delivery that came yesterday. Now let me show you all of it. We've got 20 more sheets of the sound deadening. I'll show you this in a second. I went with the Frocamp Plus fan, and the reason I went with this and not the popular Max Air fan is because this one, number one, is a bit cheaper, and number two, the lads at Cozy Campers told me that this is just a better product, and they supply van converters all over the country, so I'm going to trust their opinion. And they mentioned that this comes with a remote and blackout blinds and a fly net blind. I got the clear cover one and not the black one because it comes with blackout blinds, so that when I'm not using the blackout blinds that it comes with, it brings more light into the van, which is the main thing. And we want our space to feel bright and roomy as opposed to dark and like really claustrophobic. But yeah, that's why we went with this fan. Then we have recycled wall insulation that's going to go on top of the aluminum insulation there. We got thicker insulation we're going to put on the roof. This box and this box are 2 windows. Now we're not sure if we're going to put 2 windows in the bed area, but we're definitely going to put 1. That's why that's marked out. And then we also have 2 of the windows, which is going here and on the sliding door. So that's where we are. Those are the 2 biggest deliveries, because now it means that we get to cut holes in the van, which is the scary part. The other thing that was going on from the last video is that the leak at the sliding door hasn't stopped. It's actually gotten a bit worse. But you can see here there's loads of water, and now this entire area was just covered in water this morning. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get like a J channel and put it on top of the door, so that when it rains it acts like a gutter that kind of diverts the water away from the sliding doors. That's the only fix that I can think of that will help immediately. The other one is remove the door and tighten the rollers and the bolts, but that's a bigger job. If I can fix it by just diverting the water away from the door, or most of the water away from the door, then happy days. Because I just don't want this area just to be constantly wet and constantly absorbing water, because as you can see here from the floor, it's like absorbing it all, which is not good. But that's it, that's all the deliveries. I won't be able to do too much today because I just have so much to do before this weekend. The days are so short, like we only have 7-ish hours of daylight. Okay, so that's all the deliveries. I don't know where this kind of video is going because I've recorded sporadically. It's just been a busy week, but I've added to the list. So this is the list at the moment. I attached the door seal, didn't work. I've decided on the floor we're going to get rid of the MDF. We'll mark out the layout after I cut the new floor. I've collected the new ply, which is amazing. Today I'm going to sound deaden and insulate the roof. One of the things that I did last night before I collected those deliveries was this. I took pictures of the van, so there's 4 different images, and I've made measurements of everything that I could see and that I might use for the layout. It's just so handy to have, like, I've measured, you know, the size of the windows, the size of the beams, and it's just handy to be able to kind of visualize where things are gonna go and how like big things are or where it'll extend into. I really hope that you're enjoying these videos as much as I love making them. I spent literally so many hours editing like the YouTube videos, and then editing like social recaps, editing little clips to post. Like this series is such a passion project, so I really appreciate all the support that everybody has shown me. But yeah, let's get moving. I'm about to put some insulation tape that you cover the cracks with. It's just better to fully insulate it. But a little tip with this insulation tape, because for anyone that has started a conversion, has done conversion before, they'll tell you that this thing is a bitch to just peel off, because you're just constantly trying to like peel it off and it takes way too much time. So a little trick I found is to leave a little bit of the backing longer than the tape, so that when you are peeling it off, all you have to do is bend the backing and the tape comes off straight away. Don't just rip it off, measure to size. That is a waste of time. If you have a belt as well, which I don't, but this is going to be really weird, but bear with me for a second. You just attach just like that, and you literally just, that is all you do. It looks strange, lads, but it's going to save you a ton of time trying to peel off. That's what I did for the floor, the walls, everything, and sealed all of the joints. I didn't show you that last time because I just wanted to get the stuff done, but so the sound deadening and the insulation of the roof is done. Very handy to do. But I have the plus fan here with me. I just need to take a few measurements. I'm actually away to Cork today, so I want to get this done. I'm not going to install the fan today, I don't have enough time for that, but I'm going to make the frame. This is the plus fan. There we go. We have another job ticked off the list, which is absolutely lovely. So the sound deadening and the insulation of the roof, done. We need to make the frame for the vent. Oh, happy days. We got the clear glass version because it comes with blackout blinds, like a blackout screen, and also a fly net, which is so nice. And also has lights as well built into it, so it gives a little bit of light in that area. Nice. I'm buzzing to stick that on. We need to make a wooden frame for the outside of this. So the inside measurement of the frame is 40. These are the bits of wood that I got in Woodies, and I'm not going back there for my wood. I actually found a place where I can get them in bulk a lot cheaper. So 40 there, 80 here. That's 2 pieces, that's 40. Those are going to be the 2 shortest pieces. The 2 shortest pieces for the frame is done. I actually ended up buying this pocket hole jig that creates really neat pockets that you can screw into. I don't know how to explain it, but let me show you. I'm not sure you're supposed to drill all the way through. Well, I fucked that one up. So this is going to be my scrap piece now. I'm just going to have to make another one. This is the one that I fucked up on, and this is the right one. So you're not supposed to drill all the way through like I did. I accidentally didn't adjust the jig, but that's exactly what it looks like. Got my new piece. I'm going to do it right this time. Happy days. That's a lot better. Right, so my 2 shortest pieces are cut with pocket holes. I'm gonna grab your frame. I'm just gonna line it up so I can measure how long the longer pieces will be. The longer pieces are gonna be the length of the edge of this bit of wood and this bit of wood. Oh, 492. So if I cut a length 492, it should be long enough. Like I said, this is my first time doing any of these, so okay. Right, let me do an old test fit. It's gonna go here. Oh, that is bang on. It's about to start raining, so I need to be quick here. So this is the set that I got for the pocket hole jig. It comes with all the different pocket hole screws that fits perfectly into the holes. And you use this special attachment that you just clip into your drill. That is our frame done. Happy days. I mightn't be able to install the fan today, but I'm gonna get it measured out, and if I can cut into the van today, I will, because I have everything that I need. So I have the fan here, the frame, and then this is things called the flange that will sit on the roof, and this will sit in here. That means that I can use this frame as a template for the roof. So I just need to measure where it's going to go. One little tip that I have for you when you're installing these, so it's really important where these clips are facing, because it determines which way your fan is facing. I've seen a few people on YouTube install it incorrectly, so I'm not going to make that mistake. So what I've done is, so these clips should be on the left and right sides of your fan. So if you install it this way and the clips are top and bottom and you install it on the roof, that means your fan is going to sit sideways, which you don't want. So what I've done is marked out a little arrow on the top of the vent. So it just shows me that if I point the arrow to the front of the van, it sits correctly. So just mark that out so I don't forget. Decent weather today, but it's still not like really dry, and if it starts raining I am absolutely screwed. So if I get a chance I will, but I'm not gonna panic. I did have the idea of getting the vent in today, but if it doesn't happen, it'll happen next week. Marked out, ready to cut I suppose. I am shitting this, even though I know exactly what to do. Before I start making any cuts, I'm gonna just measure that there's enough space for the solar panels that's going on top of this. 160, perfect, absolutely perfect. Lads, I think it's about to rain. Good thing I haven't started doing this yet, but there's a big grey cloud coming. I don't know if you can see that. If in doubt, you can always do it later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it for today. I'm going to put my ego aside, because even though I really had it set in my mind to drill a hole in the van today, if you don't feel confident, whether it's weather-wise or ability-wise, just leave it off for another day when you're in the headspace for it. Because if you make a mistake with stuff like this, you can't go back. This is it, lads. I am glad I didn't start cutting anything. Look at the sky now. It's literally only 10 minutes later. Oh, lads. I am glad that I didn't start cutting that vent, because it is pissing rain right now. So I'm going to leave the episode here, but I'm glad that I got a few things ticked off. There's only so much I can do in a week. It's been such a busy week with work and with Christmas coming up. So we've made the frame for the vent. We've bought the wood, but we haven't cut it for framing the inside of the van, because that'll take a couple of hours. And then I've marked out the layout. We have the exact layout that we want. I didn't show you that yet. I was going to show you the design of the van that we're going for, but I think it's better off if you don't know and you see it happen. That's it. That's all the things that I can do in this episode ticked off. I know it was kind of a repeat almost of last episode, but like I said, there is only so much that we can do in a week. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Little bits of progress are being made, and Morrison is finally starting to take shape a bit more and more. But I hope you're enjoying the series so far as much as I'm honestly loving making it. If there's anything you want to see with the series, if you have any tips you want to give me, any suggestions, leave them in comments below. But good luck. I'll see you in the next one.